hello, my name is Kira. I don't have an opening. That's it. So, today, the orcs are gone, but there's still bunnies and dogs, so, I don't know. Part of my charm might be the background ambience. Anyway, in the chance that this is Vox Machina Season 3, Episode 4, in the chance that Vex and Percy decided that they should have a fling in order to keep warm in the cold cavern that they are stuck in, I have to fill a minute here. And I actually want to talk a little bit more about the twins because I actually managed to have coherent thoughts about this after I recovered from the talk. So if you don't want to talk, if you don't want to listen about me talking about the twins, just skip forward by a few minutes, I guess. Okay, so Vex and Vax coming from the idea of losing somebody, and I do agree with Keyleth that Vax is in the wrong. He shouldn't be trying to make decisions for her. It's pretty condescending, and yeah, and I know that Vax doesn't mean to be that way, and when I talk about these characters and I have a critique, this is not me saying that they're horrible characters, this is me saying that they're people and that these characters are complicated. And that is a compliment to the campaign and the show and the people who came up with these characters. They're complicated. Now, Vax coming around to the idea that he shouldn't be in a relationship with Keyleth is a really interesting road, because he's always known what Keyleth is striving for, right? They've always known that she's trying to finish our Amente, and then she'll become this really super awesome druid person who will also outlive all of them. And yet in season 1, he still chased after that romance. Whether this was because Vax was simply a little bit more naive about Keyleth's responsibilities, or whether he has just fundamentally changed his mind, that's up to interpretation. Because so obviously in season 1, he wasn't being held back by the idea that Keyleth was going to live far, far longer than he is. But then I want to talk about the tomb, because in that moment, Vax lost the person who's the most important to him. But the thing is that he only lost her for a few minutes. Now, it was gut-wrenching. It was a gut-wrenching few minutes. It was horrible. But if that is Vax's experience of losing someone that you hold dearest, if he's projecting that pain onto Keyleth for the rest of her existence, I can see why he would be looking at that and going, why? Why anything? But the thing is that Keyleth has also always known what she is striving for. And while it's only kind of been in the last season that she's kind of gotten into her stride and started to think that she can really maybe do this, that she can finish her Aramente, she knows what she's going to be. She knows how long she's going to live, and yet she still manages to keep these connections, and and she's one of the people that I think manages to have, I don't know, she's a very people person, and she knows that she's going to lose everybody. I think she's going to lose Percy first, as a human, and then I think probably Grog. I'm trying to get this right out of memory, and then the half-elves, and then the gnomes, and then it shows that in the beginning for this show, in the intro. Everybody fading away except for Keyleth. And she knows this. And we know that she is in a place that she is, still willing to, grab onto happiness, because that's, it's worth it. Because she can choose being alone and having nobody, or she can choose having people who love her and who she loves, and she can, after Vox Machina dies, she can find new people, and that's going to be hard and it will be painful. But the thing is that if Vax is imagining that Keyleth's future will just be like those few moments where he lost Vex, if he imagines that's just going to stretch out over her entire life for the rest of Keyleth's life, that kind of grief and suffering, because that is his experience with losing the person that he holds most dear, I can see why he is making the decision to be trying to make Keyleth's decision for her, because he would almost like look at that and be like, okay, well, I know Keyleth lost her mom and that's terrible, but it's hard because, like, yes, she did lose her mom, and that's very terrible, you know, but if he knows anything about how she lost her mom, it's kind of the idea that she disappeared, right? It wasn't what happened in the tomb. And so I'm not saying that Vax is in the right, but I can see how if that he thought that was how Keyleth was going to feel forever, why he might be making her decision for her there. With the idea that he has experienced this kind of tremendous loss and she has not experienced that. But the thing is about grief is that even if Keyleth loses people, she is going to find new people, and it isn't always like the first few minutes after you lose someone, or the first few days, the first few weeks, even a couple of years. I'm not saying that grief doesn't go away, but I am saying that Keyleth is too strong a person to just hang out in a graveyard and scream her lungs out. And I don't think that Vax is taking that into consideration. I think that he's taking his own experiences into too much consideration, and in essence trying to make Keyleth's experience for her. And so that's how I'm trying to kind of come at Vax at this moment. Like, he is in the wrong for trying to make Keyleth's decision for her. He should not be doing that. But I can see with his own personal experience with loss why he would feel the way he does. But it also, like, he also admits that he doesn't really understand the whole matron thing. So, you know, maybe he's just seeing Keyleth's, like, grief and loss, you know, because in that moment when they kissed, it was really a bad moment to kiss, because Keyleth was feeling awful. She was feeling like the team didn't care about her. She was kind of feeling abandoned by the team, actually. And so if Vax kissed her, and, you know, maybe what he saw was a reflection of that idea of abandonment. You know, he doesn't understand how the matron works. That's his own words. He's figuring it out. It's not his own words, I'm paraphrasing, but you know what? He's still figuring it out, how the matron works. He's not necessarily seeing the future. I mean, sometimes he's seen things that come true, but he doesn't have any proof that he is always seeing the future. And so in a moment where Keyleth was feeling kind of betrayed by the group and was holding on to Vax as like some kind of way to, you know, ground herself, if that's what he ended up seeing, it could have just been a reflection of how Keyleth was feeling in the moment. So anyway, so that's what I'm thinking about Vax in the moment. Now, moving on to Vex, because of course the twins have to have like similar but not completely the same issues. Vex makes a lot more sense to me. She doesn't have kind of that winding road that Vax does, between like, I want to be in a relationship with Keyleth. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. And it's all over the place with that guy. But Vex has always had something special with Percy, and I can get into it. I will get into it. I will lay out my proof when I make my video after finishing season 3. Seriously, this thing is scripted. It's like 12 pages long by now. It's going to be like an hour and a half long video. And it's been laid out. It's been laid out, and So she's always had something special going with Percy, whether it was going to be platonic or romantic. I couldn't even decide what I wanted until the middle of season 2. But Vex is used to leaving people behind. No, what do I do want to say is, okay, so when Vex, she's they're taken from their mother, right? Vex wanted to go back to Singorn after Vax kind of made a decision that they were going to leave. But then they had that huge fight where, she basically said, no, we're splitting up. And then later, when they were kidlings, this was the flashback during the Choom episode, it was the idea that Vax, can't function without her. And I think from that moment on, even though technically he's the oldest, it's kind of her realization that she's going to have to stick with Vax because he can't function without her. And it's rough, and I think with everything the twins go through with the clasp and just, with the beginning of the super high intensity team, and then what would become Vox Machina, like everything for them, they always hold on tight to each other. Vex has not experienced Vax dying on her. Like, certainly she's experienced very scary things with Vax, like with the matron thing, but she has not experienced the pain of losing Vax in the same way that Vax has lost Vex. But what she does know is that people either leave or she leaves them. The only person that has consistently been by her side is Vax. And when she says that she's like a bad omen, I can get that. Like, certainly their mother was something that neither of them could have done anything about, but she tried so hard with her dad, and he just would not love her, and I think that does contribute to her feelings here. Oh god, I'm at 12 minutes already, Jesus. Sorry, I'll try to wrap this up. And so I think, with Vex, it just becomes easier. If people are going to leave or if people are going to scorn her, it becomes easier to be the one who can push them away first. And so I think that's Vex. That's understandable. And now, no, the problem with Percy is that she does actually have this emotional connection to him. And so if anything were to happen to Percy, she's emotionally invested. Obviously, if I go back to season 1... he's obviously possessed, and yet she's the one who's stepping up there in front of the gun, just God, darling, take off the mask. She's the one to reach out. And in that moment, it's like you just know. You just know what you know. I don't really want to get into what you know, but you just know, Would Vex have done this for anybody? I don't know. We did not see that situation, but certainly she was able to step in there and get Percy to show how he was truly feeling in that moment. And and since then, I think Vex's feelings have just kind of spiraled to the point that, I think when she reaches the point of, I care about this guy because he, of course, almost got himself killed 10 billion times in the last 2 episodes. Congratulations, Percival. It would be, I think, a sign to Vex, okay, well, I like this guy, but, relationships are messy, and, I might already be emotionally involved, but if I can pretend I'm not, let's just, like, bang. And in that way, I'll have fulfilled a need, an urge, and then it can just go back to being nothing. I feel nothing. I am a void. I have no emotional connection whatsoever. She's just very good at lying to herself. Vex is incredibly good at lying to herself. And so, yeah, I think she's a lot more straightforward. Vex is doing this because, you know what, she loses people. She loses people constantly. And yeah, it's just easier to pretend that they don't mean anything. But they do. They already do. She's just a grade A liar. She tries so hard to pretend that she does not care. That she is analytic, that she is just the leader, but God, Vex cares so much. She really does have that wonderful, pure heart, and oh God, I love her so much. Anyway, those are the twins. Jesus Christ, I like Keyleth on her side. Obviously, she's thought about this. She knows. She's willing to take the pain. She has lost a family member, even if I don't think anybody really, like, takes in the like, I don't know. In terms of trauma, I think objectively Percy has the worst backstory, okay? I don't think that's really hard to... I think that's hard to argue against. But, she did lose a parent, Keyleth did. And so, it's sad. It's like, and she knows that, the time that she had with her mother is something that she still cherishes. So it's like, even though I lost my mom, I'm glad that I had the time with her. So it makes sense for Keyleth, and Percy, certainly, like... I'm glad I had the time with my family that I did. And the thing about Percy, and maybe one of the things that, I didn't really know how to segue into this, but, and I'm not going to use any stupid, like, TikTok talk. Percy is the only one of the party so far at this point that I have seen being actively suicidal. Like, when Orthax is in control of him, his response, his basic first response, when Vex is trying to get him to put the gun down, is to stick it under his chin. And he's literally trying to pull the trigger, and Orthax is, like, forcing him to not pull the trigger. Like, Percy's first instinct at the idea that he's going to, like, possibly be a danger is to try to kill himself. And I just feel like Jesus Christ, when you come out the other end of that, I'm gonna promise you, when you do learn to value your life again, God damn, are you ever going to pick happiness up when you can? So the idea that he would look at a relationship with Vex and think, yeah, okay, it'll only be friends with benefits. Maybe for her. I'm not sure Percy realizes how much Vex lies to herself. But for him, it makes so much sense. And honestly, that moment, I think Percy became my favorite character in that moment. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what else to do. Like, at some point in his life, he saw death as the only thing that he could do. And maybe he saw that as the only thing he could do at some point between escaping the Briar Woods and coming back. I don't know how Percy felt during that time, but he has had suicidal tendencies. And certainly a disregard for his own life and safety. We've seen that. Not just this season, but multiple ways. Like when he pushed Vax out of the way of the acid rain. Jesus Christ. And so I think, Keyleth knows that she's going to live forever, that she's going to be in pain. But I think that Percy has lived in this, he's gone through the notion of that he deserves to die. And I think he's coming out the other end to the idea that he can somehow be happy, that it's okay for him to try to be happy with Vex. And if the happiness that he's able to glean is this mistake, that is this fling, that is this thing that will mean more to him than it does to Vex, goddamn, he is going to hold on to it. Because when you've been at that lowest point where you can't see anything but death as an option, the idea that you might be able to get just this little bit of happiness, even if it's not fully what you want, it's almost like, you know, at some point he didn't think he was going to get anything. Shoot. Anyway, I'm gonna start this episode. And take care of the dog, who apparently needs something. But I'm gonna start the episode. Sorry. That was 20 minutes of my thoughts. I didn't mean for it to go that long. Shoot. Long video, I guess. Also, I will say that. I don't know if that's me projecting or if it's like a thing, but if you've come from a place where you didn't value your own life and then all of a sudden you're going for something, you really go for it. Like, it's almost the knowledge that you were there and you can't always trust your brain, which is what's the saddest thing about Percy, is that his brain betrayed him in the end. If you don't know if something like that is going to happen to you again, you go for stuff and you don't take no. Well, I mean, you do take no. If Vex had said no more sex, then Percy would have been like, yeah, okay. But he will take as much happiness as he can because he doesn't know when it's going to go away. Kind of like Heath. Like, she knows that it's going to go away, but it's also going to be, like, probably other people dying on her. She recognizes that, you know, yeah, no, we might die because, like, we're going to hell and all that stuff. Like, we don't know. Certainly all of you will die before me if I do become, like, high druid priestess person. But, Percy's also, like, I don't know if I might take stuff away from me, so... God, he's so depressing. He's so depressing, I love him so much. Okay. Hold up, hey. I really hope that Pike gets the armor. Just because she's in the Hell team. Oh? Come on, Pike.
Everlight?
Because she wasn't able to reach it last episode.
It's me!
This is such a cool landscape.
If I've ever needed you, it's now.
Oh, I'm so glad they're coming back to this.
Pike Trickfoot.
I felt weak the moment we entered the hills. I need to know you're still...
Child, redemption does not exist in the realm of the damned. The hells of Despath are forbidden.
But why? If we find Xerxes, we'll get the vestige we need.
Your soul is precious. There are those in hell who would use it for wicked aims. Ignore my words, and you will find yourself alone.
What does that mean?
No.
Everlight? Wait! Please!
Oh. Oh my god. Oh.
Pike?
Oh. Thank you, Grog.
Your name.
Oh, I was just making sure we're being looked out for.
Oh, you goddess got our backs?
Yeah, sure does.
Good.
Please get the armor,
Just to
Pike.
pull this off, we're gonna need all kinds of miracles.
I love Grog so much. Okay, so I am actually just gonna turn down the thingy so that I can see everybody disappearing on Keyleth. Because they certainly do focus on, like, you know, this beginning part, it's really happy, da-da-da-da-da, matron, oh no, Percy destroying his blueprints, that's the responsible thing to do. Screw you. Yeah, and then everybody disappears. So, yeah. Oh my god, I hate her so. So, we're walking. Oh, Grog disappears first. Okay. I thought that they might have gone in order because Percy's gonna die first, right? Oh, he's almost there until the very end. Okay, I was totally wrong. I thought that they disappeared in, like, order that, like, their lifespans would disappear. I was wrong. I apologize to anyone that I might have said that to. I was wrong. But Keyleth is left alone. Okay. I will skip the intro at this point. I was lying. I thought that they might do that, but I guess they didn't. Unless that's the order they die in the show. Aww. I love how they work as a group.
The city of death.
Okay. How are we gonna do this? Everyone down there is either a demon or is getting eaten by one.
We certainly don't look like we belong in hell.
Are they gonna do disguises?
Unless we did. Little man.
Oh yeah.
Let's get in costumes, let's get in makeup, let's get scary as hell.
I was a little afraid that they were gonna, like...
Fuck yes.
Oh, Keyleth.
Bunny, come on!
Oh, he's adorable!
How's this feel?
I was a little worried that they were gonna, like, dress themselves up in, like, actual corpses, but you know what? This is much better.
Pike. You okay?
Oh, she's totally getting the armor.
Those souls. Wish I could help them. Maybe Keyleth was right. Is going through hell worth it for one vestige?
You heard right, Sean. You'll never defeat Thordak without it.
Everything about this place just feels wrong. Like being here is a sin.
Yeah, but Raishan was always, like, promising that she would get him Thordak in 2 days, which makes me think that she's a traitor.
It's gonna be okay, buddies. Hell ain't such a bad place. I mean, lots of people have told me.
He totally reminds me of, like, the 90s cartoon
We need to
Gargoyle.
move, people. Scanlan's spell won't last forever.
Forgive me.
You there. You don't look familiar. Where are you going?
Oh, the fallen soul of Xerxes Ilres owes us a debt.
Then we plan on collecting.
Really? You lot are bold enough to see him?
She looks like a freaking Magus.
The fuck?
Keyleth, commit to the bit. Yeah.
Very well.
Oh, that was gross.
Oh yeah, just commit to the bit, girl.
Who's next then? You smell different.
Oh, we haven't bathed in a few thousand years.
Excuse me. Do you know where we can find the brass skull? We're looking for someone named Xerxes.
She's really good at this.
They were scared of his name.
She's totally gonna get the armor. This is what
Let's get moving.
Sondor
Don't wanna
was
be
doing
here
to
longer than we
Vex.
have to.
Well, at least Team Draconia is having a nice quiet time in the snow.
And I was gonna say, Allura and Vex both
I
have.
still maintain it would have been safer to drill our way out.
Yes, but my way was cooler.
Made it cool.
A valid point, Vex. My way was cooler. Yeah, I was like, how are you stuck here? Allura and Vex both have fire. I could have made a drill. There was rock over there. I could have made a drill. God. Oh, buddy. Yeah, people keep telling me about keyboard shortcuts, but they just don't exist on my computer. A lot of things don't exist on my computer.
I still maintain it would have been safer to drill our way out.
Yes, but my way was cooler.
I could have made it cool.
No, you are incapable of making things cool. I mean, no, you are very cool. You're very cool, sweetheart. I'm sorry. But there we go with that teasing again, right? It's like, that's always been something that those two have been able to do. And now, like, even though they've, like, had sex, it's still, like, this easy teasing back and forth. Mostly Vex getting on Percy, trying to think he's cool. Oh, it happens to all the nobles. Constantly remind him that he's not actually that cool, please. Oh yes, find Kima. Kima.
She can't be far. What do you want to do?
I'm going to tear that fucking dragon to pieces!
Whoa, Pike! You look like hell, even for a demon.
I think I'll wait here a sec. You guys keep searching. It's fine. I'll be okay.
If she does get the armor, I'm really excited to get
Spread
like
out.
some Pike
Don't go too
time.
far, though.
Haven't had
Don't like the way
Pike
these
time.
creatures are looking at us.
All this evil. Maybe the Everlight was right. We shouldn't be here. It's all right. I won't hurt you. I only want to help. Please, redeem this woman with your healing light. What's happening?
Shit, Scanlan, your spell.
I can't concentrate with all this screaming!
Fresh blood.
We can't stay here.
Don't need to ask me twice. Gotta move, Pikey.
Kids?
It's gonna be a great time to turn into a fire monster, Keyleth.
Where is this fucking brass skull?
We can't outrun an entire city. We gotta get back to the portal.
No, without the armor.
They got eyes in the sky, what are we doing?
Oh my god, she looks awful.
Guys, down there!
Good eyes, buddies.
Get ready to jump!
These are some sick ass designs. Ah, yeah.
Fuck me, it's gonna be close!
Oy. Oh.
Thanks for helping us. I hope.
Oh. I don't know. Have any people seen Keke Sensen Blood Blockade Battlefront? I don't know. This reminds me of kind of the monsters from that. Also, I mean, like a little bit of like Jujutsu Kaisen, but I don't know. I prefer referring. I prefer. I really love Keke Sensen, so yeah.
What is this place?
Whoa.
God, Pike looks awful.
Vox Machina. You certainly know how to make an entrance.
Dude, that looks like
How
Silas.
did you know we were coming?
Speak of the devil and he shall appear. The rules of this realm are unique. I'd urge caution before uttering further names.
Is that Matt Mercer also? No, okay. So he's gonna say if that's Matt doing that, that's way too much like Silas. But
The
okay.
presence I felt. Why did you reach out to me?
The real question is, what is a priest of the Everlight doing here?
Does he have tarot?
We were sent by Jamansa Ord. They left something with you. The Plate of the Dawn Martyr?
Not left. Lost.
What do you mean, lost?
I love
Every
when they
decade or
do the
so,
diagonal
Devon
here.
comes to test their rather poor luck at my table.
I remember they did that a lot with Pike in season 1 when she was in the Dawn, not the Dawn, but when she was trying to speak to the Everlight Serenray? I don't know, the Everlight. They would often do that landscape at the diagonal, and it was very cool. I like them doing it here now because they're putting him automatically in a higher position.
They shouldn't have wagered such an artifact, but fair's fair. I assume you have something to exchange for it. I know you didn't venture into hell with no more than wishful thinking.
I mean, they got other
What
vestiges.
sort of stuff does a devil dude want? Gold?
For a vestige? No. You'd have to make an exquisite offer.
Other vestiges.
Care
Oh,
for
okay,
your
they're just cards.
If we win, we get the plate.
And if I win, you stay as my guest. Indefinitely.
God, no,
You can't. You'll
want her.
cheat.
Now. Rules are what separates Death's Path from the truly miserable planes of existence, like yours. No cheating allowed.
Okay. What's the game?
What the?
Pike?
See again at that
Have a
diagonal?
seat.
So cool.
Contract?
To ensure you don't get cold feet.
Poor unfortunate
Safe but
souls.
silenced, so the game remains fair. Shall we?
Go ahead and sign the scroll. Lots of gentlemen, gutter boys, your bosses on a roll.
Such pure blood. Quite special, really. The game is 5 skulls. Each player has 5 cards consisting of 4 red and a single black skull. Once dealt, you may not move your cards nor touch your opponents. Your goal is to find my black skull before I find yours.
How?
On each turn, you may ask your opponent any question to help locate it. However, you must answer all questions truthfully, or incur a steep penalty. Like I said, we have rules down here.
Damn. They got some plush chairs in this bitch.
I can't believe she's doing this.
Hey, if anyone can see through a devil's scheme, it's Trickfoot.
Going first obviously has its advantages.
Scanlan
As you are my
having...
guest, you may do the honors.
Oh, they keep doing that diagonal. I love it. I love it. I love it. But Scanlan having that faith. It's important.
First question is yours.
Okay, let's whittle this down. Is your black skull to the right or left of your middle card?
You can't feel the presence of the Everlight. Your Redeemer isn't here, is she?
Oh, shut up.
That wasn't my question.
What, so you're allowed to just play mind
To the
games through
right.
this whole thing?
On the end. That's your card.
Sadly, no. Though I think I learned more that round than you did. After all, everyone has a tell. If you dig deep enough,
Aren't you going to ask me something?
your friends rely on you. You must take pride in always being there to save them, to redeem them.
This is no card game. He knew exactly who he wanted to play with.
I'm still trying to figure out the rules.
Tell me, Holy One, were you given a choice, a path to walk?
What?
We do not choose.
Any path can be a holy one, so long as one walks it with truth.
I mean, I'm so glad to get some Pike stuff, but this is messed up.
Yes. I was given a choice.
Turns out the choice was a lie. Both paths led to the same end. I once was given a similar choice. It cost me my family. My god betrayed me. As yours will too.
No. You're trying to get in my head. It's not gonna work.
Oh, I already have what I need. You gave yourself away before. Your eyes. Your black card, second from your left.
Buddies!
This is bullshit! Changing the subject like that, you're cheating!
How? All the answers were truthful.
Contract or no, this is a farce.
Needle Dick is right! I ain't watching this no more!
Wait, maybe you shouldn't.
Stupid, comfortable chair!
Pike Trickfoot, you are now bound to this sanctum and the service of the fallen knight. For eternity.
The Fallen Knight?
Wait, please! You have to give me another chance.
What else might you have to offer at this point?
What? She can't.
A meaningful wager indeed. Alas, I have no use for it. For the Plate of the Dawn Martyr, I will require something more substantial. The souls of your friends.
No, not them. I can't.
Isn't your faith strong enough?
Fine. One round, winner takes all.
Damn, I'm liking this. I'm like, whew. I'm liking this. Like, I don't think I can make like a proper talk about it until like this finishes, but I like how he's getting after Pike with her. I like that we're getting like a Pike episode. I'm really excited for it, and I was saying from the beginning that I really wanted her to get the armor, and I think she will. But damn, for him to like try to get after her and be like, "Aren't you so glad to be the protector?" and then going for like, "Oh, you want to wager the souls of your friends?" He thinks that she won't be able to protect them here. This is, oh man.
Oh, wait, are we the anti?
Sure feels like it. Is she crazy?
Pikey?
I can see why the Everlight favors you. You're as careless with those close to you as you are yourself. But this time, I'll go first. My turn. My question. There's something different about you, Pike. You're special. Have you ever wondered if the Everlight
This is
needs you
so what
more
Sandor
than
did to
you
Vex.
need her?
Never crossed my mind. 2 cards?
Lying to yourself? Goodness, that's a new one.
That's another Vex thing.
Here,
The truth rarely is. You've made it easier for me. Reveal the card on my right. Pity. Your turn.
Okay.
Ooh,
cut
voice
the
change.
shit. Which card is your black skull?
Interesting approach. Since I cannot lie, I'll tell you. It's the one in my hand.
Oh, God.
Far left.
Two cards. What to ask next? Ah, I've got it. Do you ever wonder if your life would be better without the Everlight?
Yes.
Doesn't sound very faithful to me. Your left card. Looks like the game is almost over.
Shit.
Come on, baby girl.
Before you finish me off, do me one favor. If you're keeping me here for eternity, I think I deserve to know who you are, who you were, and why you chose me.
Very well. Treat this as a last indulgence. I come from a time 1,000 years ago, when gods walked amongst mortals, and the world was ruled by magic. Like you, I protected my home as First Knight, a member of the Brass Ring, a group similar to yours. And also like you, I assumed the best in them. I was blind as my friends condemned our civilization with their curiosity, their hubris.
You mean the Calamity?
The gods set to war upon Exandria, and in the chaos, I found myself face to face with the Lord of Torment himself. But instead of destroying me, he gave me a choice. Die with the rest, or join him and spare my family. I thought if I had enough time, I could reach him, save him, tame his turbulent heart. For my folly, I watched my husband and son fade with the rigors of time, losing even the memory of me, as if I never existed at all.
You trusted a betrayer?
Of course I did. Just like you foolishly trust your Everlight. But there is no difference between...
Oh my God. Way to slam us with the backstory, dude. So of course this is tying into everything else. I mean, okay, so it's a Pike episode, but it's also tying into everybody else. The idea of Pike lying to herself is obviously directly lying into Vex right now. The idea of him lasting and his husband and son forgetting about him relates really well to Keyleth. And then trusting a betrayer, putting your trust in someone that you don't know what their full intentions are, I think that really ties into Vax. And then of course all of this ties into Pike's choice, the path that she wants to walk. I don't know. I mean, does she feel like she still betrayed the Everlight? Does she feel like she made the wrong decision? Any path can be a holy one. But there are some lines that the gods in this world are not able to cross, like the Dawnfather. If the Dawnfather was some all-powerful god, he wouldn't have allowed what happened to Whitestone. So it doesn't mean that the Everlight has betrayed Pike in this moment. It's the Everlight saying, you know, look, I can't be there for you here. I can't be here for you in hell. It's not like she's saying, yeah, no, and even if you come back, I'm still not going to want you. But how is Pike special? I mean, obviously she's special because, we love her very much, but why is this dude so interested in her? Is it because of the vestige? Is she somehow called to it? I mean, you said that does the Everlight need you more than you need it? I mean, that's always the thing, is that a god always needs followers. I mean, that's just true. A god needs followers. Again, like a reference to something else, but if any of you have read Small Gods by Terry Pratchett, when, the almighty God has really no followers, only people who follow in the religion, they follow in the fear and the punishment and the everything elseness of it. They fear the institution, but they don't really believe in the god anymore, so the god loses power, and all there is the fear of this institution. A god needs followers, otherwise they're nothing. So of course the Everlight needs Pike more than she needs it. Pike would be Pike no matter what. And even with the healing thing, like, obviously that's her thing for being in the group. I mean, it's not her thing for being in the group, but it's one of the things why she's in the group. It's because she's the healer. But she's also really good at combat. Like, she is not just whittled down to this one thing, even though it's what she does the most. So, to be, like, I don't know. Gods always need their followers more than their followers need them. So, I don't know.
Between the gods above and below?
Go back a little bit, because I thought...
Of course I did. Just like you foolishly trust your Everlight. But there is no difference between the gods above and below. They all lie!
I'm sorry for all you've lost, but my friends aren't like that.
God, she's
And
got
neither is
so
my God.
much mercy
Give it
and
time.
passion.
Now we have a game to finish. And you have a question to ask.
Okay. I think I have it. Do you wish your family was here?
What?
You chose this existence to spare your husband and child. You say you loved them, but all I hear is regret. So, do you want them with you in this nightmare? Or is that too selfish? Answer my question. Do you wish they were here, suffering with you?
No,
Answer me!
Oh my god. Oh, Pike, you are so genius. But also, like, what a good... Like, another way of calling into what the entire group is dealing with. This is just such a great conversation the two of them are having that is not only becoming really relevant to Pike, but is so good for being relevant to so many other, like, I don't want to say themes, they're not really themes, but so many other issues that are surrounding the group right now. Do you wish your loved ones suffering so that you could be a little bit happier? Pike.
Answer my question. Do you wish they were here, suffering with you?
No,
Answer me!
Of course not!
I'm not even sure you knew you were lying.
No.
And now my choice is a lot simpler. After all, everyone has a tell if you dig deep enough. That one.
Well played, Pike Trickfoot. That was more devious than I expected.
We all have
Yeah, it was...
Even you.
It's rare for me to
Friggin'
lose in my domain. However, I accept defeat.
It was a really freaking difficult question, man. Oh.
So, guess the Everlight came through, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Aw, only Pike gets a souvenir?
Pike.
I
Pike
won't
came
forget your
through.
story. Thank you for losing
Oh, she
graciously.
has so much
I won't forget
compassion.
Okay. Anyone else ready to get the fuck out of here?
So say we all.
Here, take this. It bears my mark. You'll need it to get safely through Death's Path. Yank, show them the door. And please, give Jamon my best.
Pretty okay guy. Okay,
She has
that
no idea.
that sequence when the armor went on was so cool. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm emotional over this. Oh my god. I know I talk about Grog having emotional maturity, but Pike is just the amount of compassion and love that she holds, even for people who wanted to keep her in the hells forever. And also, that question was so good because it's like, I'm not sure the guy could have answered either way and not have his cards burn up, because does he wish that they had remembered them? I mean, if the way of them to remember him would have been for them to be in hell with him, then who knows? But also, I mean, that's just the idea that they forgot him is so sad. Like, it isn't just that he went on and they continued in the mortal realm. It's that they continued in the mortal realm and forgot about him. I think being forgotten is, I think that being forgotten is an indescribably worse fate than, anything else. Really, the idea that Keyleth would remember them hundreds of years from now and still mourn them and cry for them and wish that they were back, that is a blessing. That is a blessing, because it means that she cares about them so much that in hundreds of years she would still go to their graves and miss them. She would not forget about them. And I think that is the most almost beautiful thing that Keyleth could do, is remember them. Oh my god, I don't know why I don't know why I'm emotional.
Dia what courses through her veins. No matter. The seed of doubt has been planted and will fill her heart with vengeance as we watch it grow.
Your orders.
Leave her. Kill the rest. We are his blood.
Oh, okay, he is a jerk.
The time for his ascension draws
Wait,
near.
we are his blood. We are his blood. We are his blood. That's what Delilah said. That's what Delilah said. That was with the spinning orb. The spinning orb. The chosen, the forgotten one, the something one. The whispered one. We are his blood. That's what she said. Oh! Shoot! Is the spinning orb of death gonna come into... you know what? I was actually thinking that would be a really sick way to kill a dragon, would be lure them near the spinning orb of death and just have them sucked in. It's like, wouldn't that be like an option? Can't that be an option that they just get in? I don't know, I was just trying to think about how to deal with dragons. It was like, you know, we got the spinning orb of death, and we know by now, I think, that it just swallows people up. But yeah, no, the whispered one, oh my god. And here I was thinking that this guy was, like, sympathetic. I mean, he is still kind of sympathetic, because he was telling the truth at the table. But, oh, the whispered one. Shoot! Can't wait for that to come back. Can't wait for that to come back, because that hasn't, that they didn't even talk about that for a whole season, and now it's coming back, and that is awesome. That is so awesome. Oh yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. They're not just leaving that as like a hanging thing. It's coming back. Ah. Okay, let me go back a few seconds. Okay, so kill the rest. That's not great. But yeah, okay. Oh, I'm okay. Oh, it's like the emotion over Pike compared with like my excitement over the whispered one. Ah! Okay.
Leave her. Kill the rest.
But
We
like,
are his
Pike's
blood.
so good. I can't
The
imagine her
time for
being.
his ascension draws near.
I can't imagine her ever going bad.
Good, because I can't eat any more bugs.
Oh, what are the chances that isn't for us?
I say 50-30?
50-30. Oh my god.
I hate math.
Oh, okay. Just turn down. Oh, that was good. That was good. Keyleth was slaying this look. She was just absolutely slaying that look. I love this concept art stuff. Oh, this is just so good. This is so good. That was, oh god. That was a good episode. It was a good episode, Pike focused episode. I'm so glad that we got like some straight up Pike stuff. Let me move into the center of the screen as a highly sophisticated sophisticated this is a highly sophisticated I can't even say it. This is a highly sophisticated channel where I only have the best equipment to put out the best videos. Sorry about that. Let me move into the center. Okay, that was sick. That was sick. I'm so glad that we got Pike, like, going back to, I don't know, Pike's kind of origins in the story, how she began doubting herself and all that stuff. And I like that she's not, yeah, that she is still going through that doubt. And we really haven't seen that much because we haven't had a Pike episode. But it's so cool actually seeing her have that doubt, you know? It's just, oh God. The way that she knows just how to get to the straight, like, emotional core of someone, I think shows that, you know, she isn't, well, she is a cleric because she can heal people, but also Pike is just such a grounding force for the group. It's like, I just, you know, I feel like that whenever, if I was part of Vox Machina and whenever I had a problem, it would just be like, Pike, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Please help me. I would just constantly be talking to Pike about my problems, and she would probably get sick of me, but it would be like, nah, yeah. Pike, you're required. She's just so good, and I know that he's talking about, ooh, the seed of doubt has been planted, but it's almost like she had that seed of doubt planted in her in season 1, in herself. So, I don't know, the seed of doubt in the Everlight? Because, honestly, Pike could make her own religion at this point, and I would follow it. It's like, even if she doesn't end up calling power from the Everlight, because she stops believing in the Everlight, though I don't know why she really would. I mean, I think it's perfectly fair for a god to say, yo, I can't really go into hell. I think that's kind of fair. But I don't know. If Pike were to get power from something from the Everlight, I think she could. You know, if she stopped believing in the Everlight, I think that she would be able to find a different power source. I think that Pike's at that level. I mean, maybe she knows she's at that level, and that's why she said that the Everlight needs her more than she needs the Everlight. Maybe she, on some level, understands that her power comes not from the Everlight, but from something else altogether. And I don't want to be cheesy and be like, ooh, it's friendship. But Pike has proven time and time again that she is worthy. She is worthy. She is goddamn worthy. It's like she's worthy to the point that people don't even, like, comment on it anymore. She got skewered by Grog and healed herself. Just like that. Okay, it was insane. I was so worried about her, and then it was like, oh, I didn't need to worry about Pike. Turns out that she has it all handled. So, I don't know. Maybe even if she loses faith in the Everlight, she's going to be able to find faith in just, like, her own freaking power. I mean, who says, I guess probably the book of D&D says, but, I mean, the show has broken D&D rules before, so it's like, who says that clerics can't exist off of something other than godly power? I don't know. I don't know where they're going from with Pike after this. Her having just, like, really pure blood, I don't know if that has something to do with her upbringing, or just who she is, or just, you know, that's just really cool, and I like it, and I'm so glad that we got a Pike episode, because I feel like she's really been neglected since season 1. So, that was awesome. Okay, so my name's Kira. Again, if you enjoyed the video, if you would like to leave a like or even subscribe, means the world to me because I'm a small channel. So everything helps, and I hope you're doing well wherever and whenever you are. And I will see you later. Bye.